Hey guys, and welcome to Daily Driven. Thank you so much for 100 subs. I cannot even begin to imagine. Like, 100 people watch my content and enjoy my content. That's just insane to me that, people are liking what I'm producing. It's so cool. Anyway, sorry for not uploading this past, I don't even know, I was 3 something months. It got to the point where I was just really not liking what I was producing and I wasn't enjoying doing it. So I just kind of, stopped. And I don't think you guys were enjoying it either, looking at all the feedback and stuff like that. Some of the earlier videos, the more videos with a lot more time put into them and a lot more effort, definitely got a better, more positive response. Where these later videos, the 5-minute mod videos, the little how-to stuff, that just didn't get as positive of a response, which I kind of expected, being, a lot less effort put in, it's a lot shorter video too, so you don't really have time to get into it before it's over, and everything felt kind of rushed, and that's where I was with it, so I just didn't really want to do it anymore, and that's how it's going to be now. I am not going to try to meet any deadlines whatsoever. I just can't do it. It stresses me out. It makes the videos rushed and terrible, frankly. So I'm just going to, upload it whenever I can. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to have once a week, twice a week, once every 2 weeks, any kind of system. I'm just going to, which I know that's very against the traditional YouTube way. I just can't. I don't know. It makes me pressured to release videos whenever they're rushed. So I'm just going to release them when I feel like I can. And then, hopefully the content, the quality of the content will be a lot better, which I know it will be if I put a lot more time and I'm not stressed and I'm not rushed and it's just kind of mellowed out there. The content's gonna be a lot better. So I'm okay with that, and I think you guys will be too. Anyway, moving on about the giveaway. The giveaway is still happening for sure. I'm gonna have to figure out some ways to do it, and I know I originally said it would be about 6 hours after 100 subscribers or whatever. And sorry for the people if anybody waited for it. I don't know. I'm gonna need a couple days to put it all together and figure out, all the ins and outs of it, and figure out a system for choosing a winner, how do people apply, and all that stuff. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so with the 100 subscribers, again, thank you very much. This isn't the 100 subscriber special. I'm going to have a full-fledged video on just that. Probably, I don't want to even give a deadline. It'll probably be pretty soon, just because I don't want the milestone to pass before, even celebrating it. But I can't give you a direct date just because I honestly don't know. Anyway, moving on from that, and thank you guys for sticking with me through all this, the people who have stayed diligent, come on, upload, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know, man. I don't like feeling rushed and all that, so I'd rather just be mellow and everything be easy and cool, and we all, just chill and make some car videos. Anyway. So, moving on, the project car. I know I said I would film the painting and everything, which I kinda did, and then many things happened. Long and the short of it, okay, so primer, I bought the primer, the ones I showed you in the first video. That primer sucks, don't buy it. Put it on the car, sprayed it down, sanded it all properly, the way it should have been done, and then it just washed right off. Like, it was a joke. It's not even worth doing. So anyway, 150 bucks worth of primer down the drain, just gone. So the blue, the car's not blue anymore, by the way. Or it was partially blue at one point, but that doesn't really count. Anyway, so primer is gone. Blue paint, couldn't afford it, gone. We had a bunch of paint in the garage that I kind of went. Some of my family members suggested that I do some kind of mural project or whatever, color scheme, swishy wish or whatever. Like these cars. There you go. Something like that. Which I was, originally I was like, maybe. I mean, it'll save me a lot of money. I won't have to pay for any more new paint. So I'll just take all y'all's old paint and I'll paint my car with it. Whatever. So I did, that fender, the hood. I did a vast majority, like about half the car, in this terrible, awful 18 different color scheme car. Anyway, I hated it. I didn't like the way it turned out. Some of the people that I knew was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But anyway, I didn't like it. It didn't fit the look of the car at all. If it would have been like a Cavalier or something like, something easy like a Sentra. I mean, it doesn't matter on those cars because it's like you can do whatever you want. They don't have a status to uphold. They're just, you know, they're just fun to do whatever you want with them, right? Where this car kind of had, I don't know, in my eyes, a Cutlass Supreme shouldn't be 18 different colors. I don't know. It needs to, it has a reputation as kind of a muscle car that it has to uphold, and that's not muscle car. So I didn't like it. I ended up just going with the cheapest black I could find that would actually stick to the car. And it didn't turn out all that great. I mean, it sticks, so that's better than the primer. But overall, I don't know. I feel like the quality of the paint wasn't that good. I mean, it's already peeling in some spots. I can show you that. But at least it's protected for now. And that's my main goal with it, was I just wanted something that would protect the paintwork on the car and all the places that we had to fix, because we had to fix a lot of places. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and show it to you. I'm going to have to do this, you know. Just gonna hold you and walk you around the car because I don't have anybody else helping me out here today. So I can't really do too many, you know, backup shots. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna take it for a drive though later because it is tagged legally now. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. And yeah, I'll show you all the stuff I've done to it. Alrighty guys, so here is the project car. Like I said, you can probably see the paint, it's kind of fadey and all that, it's not the best. But overall though, I mean, I feel like its presence is a lot more, you know, intimidating than it used to be with the terrible vinyl top and, you know, peeling paint. I still have some odds and ends stuff to finish up. Looks wise, but I'm kind of gonna leave it the way this is for at least, you know, for a good while, because I'm not too worried about it, you know, deteriorating or anything now that it has a good coat of paint on it. Even though it's not very good paint, it's just basically kind of securing it. And one good thing about this paint is that it says it can be used as a primer later on. So in theory, I don't know how well it would stick being all, you know, all wavy looking and everything. But in theory, the idea is that you can sand this down, scuff it up a little bit, and then use it as a primer. So I'll show y'all what we did to it. We actually did quite a lot of stuff. There's still, like I said, some stuff that has to be touched up. But overall, I think it's coming along well. As you can see here, here's one of the spots where it's already starting to peel. Which, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, it's just a small spot, and I'm not about to go out and redo this car again. And then I think up here, there you can see it on the inside there, that's peeling. Overall though, the paint does its job, what I wanted it to do. It seals and protects, and that's good enough for me. So, I don't remember if I had these tires and wheels on last video. I don't know, they didn't come with the car, I put those on. These are some cheapest tires I could find, which actually are kind of meh. I mean, what you expect. I don't know, I expected, even though they're the cheapest tires I've ever seen for a brand new tire, I expected them to at least hold air, which that one back there does not do. But it might be the wheels' fault too, because I mean, it's $25 tires. They were $25 a piece, tax and shipping included, which is just insane. I mean, they are 14s, but that's still an insane deal on a set of $50 rims. So I only really put new rims on it because, I mean, they look better and they match a lot better than the stock ones did that were just black. And I do have the center caps that are going to go on eventually. I need to get some different lug nuts. But the main reason why I picked up some new wheels was because I believe it was this one on the original set was completely destroyed. It was all bent, and somebody had drilled out the lugs or something to make it fit something else, and it was just a death trap. So rather than paying, you know, $65 to order a singular steel wheel, 14-inch, shipped to my house with, you know, just like the matching set for this car, I found this set on Craigslist. It was $80, and I was like, hey, you take 50, and he was like, sure. So I got those, put them on, and then like I said, these tires were $25 a piece. and they ride amazing for what they are. I mean, $25 tires, I expected just to be, you know, some rubber bands or something you just slide over your wheel. But yeah, they actually ride pretty decent, and you know, I just wish they would hold air better. But I think that's partly in part of the rim too, that it's just not very good. So it is now legal to drive. It is taxed and titled and insured and everything, so we can take it for a drive, and I'll do that in a little bit. But yeah, so wheels and tires out of the way. Body work. We had to do a bunch of body work. Okay, so I don't know if this counts as body work. I still haven't put the trim pieces back on. I sealed this in here because it was leaking. I sealed a little bit in here. I don't know if you can see it, but I got to reseal that because it didn't take too good. But anyway, but the sides don't leak anymore, so that's good. Anyway, the doors, both sides. I had to get my dad to help me with this because I am so bad at Bondo. But because the doors were actually kind of starting to rust out, so we had to get all that rust out of there. You know, sand it all down, make sure it was all gone. Then Bondo the door back into shape with some, and then had some steel plates behind the door to kind of give it its curvature. It was a lot of work, and I was originally just going to get, you know, 2 new doors, but you know, all the ones I could find around me, they were like, oof, something around $300-400 for a set of 2 doors, and I was like, bro, I only paid $500 for the car. Anyway, so I had to fix the doors, like I said, or I didn't fix them, my dad fixed them. And they turned out amazing. They're completely straight. They look just like their factory, and they look really good. Other than that, I do have door panels now. I don't know if you can see in there. I'll show them more in depth in a minute. I do have door panels now, which is a plus from last time because I didn't have any. Moving along, these windows, both windows actually. I don't know if you can see it. This has got some paint on it, residue, which I probably need to replace because it was pretty cheap. Or maybe just wash it. I don't know. Anyway, this seal and this seal are both brand new. This thing has new seals in it. Both of these windows. Back window, it's been sealed up just the cheap way. And I'm thinking y'all are going to have to help me out on the design ideas with this. So this thing, since it was it was a soft top before, as you probably remember, and it all had this texture to it, and it was absolutely disgusting looking. Speaking of disgusting, look at that. I gotta take, this whole rack is just disgusting. I need to take it out and burn it. Anyway, so it used to be a soft top, now it's a hard top. We did the conversion. I think we did a pretty good job. You know, there's rivets in there that we had to do all the rivets all the way down, all the way back. And the only piece we left was this piece right here, just because we didn't really know what to do with it, and it's pretty in there, and I think it serves as some kind of sealer for the bottom of the window, and I really didn't want my trunk to leak, or whatever's back there, wherever that happens to go. So I just left it, and I mean, it looks pretty trash for now, but I'm thinking, you know, just sand it down, make it smooth, and then, I don't know, maybe either put some like fiberglass resin or something on it, and then, you know, just put some black paint or something on it, just give it a quick black spray. Moving along back, this exhaust actually fell off and broke. So the actual muffler, now it actually sounds better than it used to in my opinion, because, you know, the muffler actually, the way it worked was I was backing up, and then I didn't, this car is actually surprisingly low. I didn't realize how low it was. So somehow I backed up and it broke that way. And, you know, it broke I guess the O-ring seal or something in there. So now it just sounds pretty decent, honestly. I think it sounds better than it did. Anyway, but this was just like hanging and dragging on the ground all the way home. So I rehung it with, I think it was actually a hanger, which worked amazingly. I mean, it's like perfect distance from where, like it's exactly where it should be. Other than that, around back, I put some tape on this tail light because I still haven't found another one, and they're actually extremely rare and expensive apparently. So I think a good one goes for around $200, which is just outrageous, and I'm not ready to spend that on a tail light yet. You know, because that's half my engine transmission budget right there. So I'm just gonna leave that taped up for now. Hopefully I can either find one at a junkyard sometime or something. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for the outside. You know, how the paint turned out and everything. Alrighty guys, we're getting ready to go. you're kind of in a weird position because my other, stick on the window thing that records me broke, so you're on a tripod in the passenger seat. Mint. Alright, let's go! I love that. Every time I start it on, whenever I'm filming, every time I've started it a couple times now, and whenever I start it whenever I'm filming, it doesn't squeak at all, but as soon as I stop filming, it squeaks. Alrighty. Let's go. There's some odd bumps and rattles and stuff, but I mean, it's not that bad. It's pretty comfy, especially whenever you start going faster. You can see it in a minute. Right now we're going about 30-ish. The engine does sure make a lot of racket though, and it's not a good racket either. It's just a bunch of squealing and popping and banging and... Oh yeah, that's what a new car sounds like, Those of you who haven't ridden in one, it just sounds just like this. It's men. Oh wow, my blinker indicator started working. That's cool. But yeah, overall, I mean, $500 car, it's 100 times better from whenever I drove it home. When I drove it home, I thought I was gonna die. Like, this thing was all over the road. It was shaking. It was awful. Like right now, I mean, it's not the comfiest car in the world, but I mean, I don't know, it's pretty nice compared to what I'm used to. I mean, it floats pretty well. I'll give you a quick speed test to show you how good it is. It's not, spoiler alert, but yeah, we'll try it anyway. Okay. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. Check engine lights, come on. Check engine light, everyone. 48, 49, 50. I'm going to let it ease off there because it's not happy. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's definitely not fast by any means. It does sure make a lot of racket. But I don't know, it's kind of fun in a weird, quirky, in its own way, Yeah, the handling's actually pretty cool for a big old American car. It feels kind of sporty, actually, which I really like. I haven't driven it in a while, actually, before this episode. This is kind of the first time I've driven it in about 2 or 3 weeks. So, I mean, it's kind of an event. Okay, so future of the channel now. I'd say look out for a video of the 100 subscriber special, which is definitely coming. I know that's coming. And other than that, there's a walker. Don't die, walker. Other than that, just stay tuned. I don't really know dates on much of anything. I think I got a Lexus video coming. I got a Honda Accord video coming. And then I got a video coming on how to, basically gain about 10 mpgs in your car. And it worked for my car, so I think you might like that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it for me today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me through all this time. And yeah, just have a great day. Thank y'all very much. And goodbye.